This episode is brought to you by Facebook. So you were scrolling on Marketplace, and there it was, the bike you'd been searching for. You sent a message, and it turned out the seller was super chatty, kind of funny, and an avid cyclist. The next thing you know, you're in a cycling crew. Well, a community cycling group. The thing about Facebook, you might find more than what you're looking for. From a browse to a bike ride, this summer find more on Facebook.
English with Us podcast.
Hello, everyone. I hope you all are doing amazing today. Welcome back to English with Us podcast. My name is David.
Hello, David, and hello, everyone. I am very excited about today's topic because playing instruments is such a fun and beautiful part of life. Music can help people relax, feel happy, express emotions, and learn something new. I also think this topic is very useful because many people play an instrument, want to learn one, or like talking about music with friends. So today, we are going to learn simple and practical English for talking about playing instruments.
That is perfect, Emma, because today we will learn simple English for talking about playing instruments. We will talk about common instruments, learning music, practicing, feelings, useful questions, and easy phrases people can use in real life.
David, before we start today's episode, we have a quick announcement, right?
Yes, Emma. We're now posting the full transcript and study pack for each podcast episode on Patreon. Each study pack can help you review the lesson, practice useful English, and keep learning after the episode.
That sounds really helpful.
Yes, you can join us on Patreon for only $3.99 a month. The link is in the description. Thank you so much for learning with us and supporting the podcast.
We hope to see you there. Now, let's start today's episode. David, quick question. What is an instrument?
An instrument is something people use to make music.
So a guitar is an instrument, and a piano is an instrument too.
Yes, exactly. A useful sentence is, a musical instrument is something people use to make music.
That already sounds very useful.
Yes. Another useful sentence is, many people enjoy learning an instrument. Enjoy means like doing something and feel good doing it.
Quick check, David. An instrument is something people use to make music, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what are some common instruments people know?
Some common instruments are the guitar, the piano, the violin, the drums, and the flute. A flute is a long, thin instrument people play by blowing air into it.
Those are such important music words.
Yes, a useful sentence is, I like the sound of the piano. Sound means what you hear.
That is a very strong, simple sentence.
Yes, another one is, my friend plays the guitar.
That sounds very natural.
Yes, another useful phrase is, the violin sounds beautiful and soft. Soft means gentle and not strong.
That is a lovely sentence.
Yes. Another one is, drums are loud and full of energy. Energy means strong, active feeling or power.
Quick check, David. A flute is a long, thin instrument people play by blowing air into it, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what does play an instrument mean?
Play an instrument means make music with that instrument.
So when someone says, I play piano, they mean they know how to make music with it.
Yes, exactly. A useful sentence is, I play the piano.
That is very practical.
Yes, another one is, she plays the violin.
That sounds very natural.
Yes, another useful phrase is, I want to learn how to play the guitar.
That is a very useful real-life sentence.
Yes. Another one is, he plays drums in a small band. A band is a group of people who play music together.
Quick check, David. Play an instrument means make music with that instrument, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what if someone is just starting?
Then they are a beginner. A beginner is a person who is starting something new.
That is such a useful word.
Yes, a useful.
This episode is brought to you by Welch's Fruit Snacks. Back to school season can be tough on parents, but choosing a snack you and your kids can both get behind doesn't have to be. Stock up on Welch's Fruit Snacks, made with whole fruit and now made with no artificial dyes. It's a snack kids already love and one you can feel good about giving them. Go back to school with Welch's Fruit Snacks, now made with no artificial dyes.
Sentence is, I am a beginner, so I am learning slowly.
That sounds very honest and natural.
Yes. Another one is, beginners need time and practice. Practice means doing something again and again to get better.
That is a very important word.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, it is okay to make mistakes when you start. Mistakes means things you do wrong by accident.
That is a good message for learners.
Yes. Another one is, every good musician was a beginner once. Musician means a person who plays music.
Quick check, David. A beginner is a person who is starting something new, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what does practice look like for someone who plays an instrument?
Practice can mean playing simple songs, repeating small parts, learning hand movement, reading music, or listening carefully. Repeating means doing the same thing again.
That sounds very real.
Yes, a useful sentence is, I practice every evening for 20 minutes.
That is a strong, simple sentence.
Yes, another one is, she repeats the same part many times.
That sounds very natural.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, practice helps people improve. Improve means make something better.
That is a very important word.
Yes. Another one is, short practice every day can help a lot.
Quick check, David. Practice means doing something again and again to get better, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what are some reasons people want to play instruments?
People want to play instruments because music is fun, relaxing, beautiful, and sometimes emotional. Emotional means full of strong feelings. Some people also want to play in a band, at school, at church, or just at home for fun.
Those are great reasons.
Yes. A useful sentence is, I want to play an instrument because I love music.
That sounds very natural.
Yes. Another one is, music helps me relax after a long day. Relax means rest and feel calm.
That is a very practical sentence.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, playing music helps me express my feelings. Express means show what you feel or think.
That is a beautiful sentence.
Yes. Another one is, some people play for fun and some people play seriously. Seriously means in a more careful and important way.
Quick check, David. Express means show what you feel or think, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what are some common questions people ask about instruments?
People often ask, do you play any instruments? What instrument do you play? How long have you been playing? Is it hard to learn?
Those are huge real-life questions.
Yes. Another useful one is, which instrument do you want to learn?
Very practical.
Yes. Another one is, do you practice every day?
That sounds very natural.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, what kind of music do you play?
That is a very common question too.
Yes, another one is, did you learn by yourself or with a teacher? By yourself means alone, without a teacher.
Quick check, David. By yourself means alone without a teacher, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what are some simple answers people can give?
A person can say, yes, I play the guitar, or I play piano a little, or no, I do not play any instruments yet. Yet means until now.
Those are very useful simple answers.
Yes. Another one is, I started learning last year.
That sounds very natural.
Yes. Another useful answer is, it is hard at first, but it gets easier with practice. Easier means less difficult.
That is a great sentence.
Yes. Another one is, I want to learn drums one day.
That is a strong, simple answer too.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, I practice when I have free time.
David, what if someone wants to talk about difficulty? Some instruments are harder for some people.
Yes, that is true. People often say an instrument is easy, hard, loud, soft, fast, or beautiful.
Those are very useful describing words.
Yes, a useful sentence is, piano looks hard, but I still want to learn it.
That sounds very natural.
Yes. Another one is, guitar is hard at first because your fingers need time. Fingers are the parts at the ends of your hands.
That is a very practical sentence.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, the violin is beautiful, but not easy.
That is a great simple opinion.
Yes. Another one is, drums look fun because they are loud and active. Active means full of movement and energy.
Quick check, David. Yet means until now, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what kind of feelings do people have when they play instruments?
People can feel happy, proud, relaxed, excited, nervous, or frustrated. Proud means happy because you did something well. Nervous means a little worried or not fully relaxed. Frustrated means upset because something is difficult.
Those are perfect feeling words for this topic.
Yes. A useful sentence is, I feel proud when I can play a full song.
That is a very strong, simple sentence.
Yes. Another one is, I feel relaxed when I play the piano.
That sounds very natural.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, beginners sometimes feel frustrated, but that is normal. Normal means common and okay.
That is a helpful message.
Yes. Another one is, I get excited when I learn something new.
Quick check, David. Frustrated means upset because something is difficult, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what about songs? People often want to play songs they know.
Yes, definitely. A song is one piece of music with a clear beginning and end. Many learners want to play simple songs first.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yes. A useful sentence is, I want to learn easy songs.
This episode is brought to you by State Farm. Listening to this podcast instead of doom scrolling? Smart move. Another smart move? Getting help from one of State Farm's 19,000 local agents when you choose to bundle home and auto. Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
First.
That is very practical.
Yes. Another one is, playing a song you know can feel more fun.
That sounds very natural.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, simple songs help beginners build confidence. Confidence means believing in yourself and feeling more sure.
That is a very important word.
Yes. Another one is, I like learning songs I already know.
Quick check, David. Confidence means believing in yourself and feeling more sure, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what if someone takes lessons?
Then they learn with a teacher. A lesson is a time for learning with someone who teaches.
That is a useful everyday word too.
Yes. A useful sentence is, I take piano lessons every week.
That sounds very natural.
Yes. Another one is, my teacher helps me understand the music better.
That is a strong sentence.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, lessons help me stay focused. Focused means giving your attention to something important.
That is very practical.
Yes. Another one is, some people learn faster with a teacher. Faster means more quickly.
Quick check, David. A lesson is a time for learning with someone who teaches, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what if someone learns alone?
That happens too. Some people learn from videos, books, apps, or just by listening and trying.
That is very real today.
Yes. A useful sentence is, I am learning by myself at home.
That sounds very natural.
Yes. Another one is, videos help me practice step by step.
That is a great real-life sentence.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, learning alone can be hard, but it also feels good.
That is very honest.
Yes. Another one is, I make small progress every week. Progress means improvement over time.
Quick check, David. Progress means improvement over time, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, what are some common instrument words people should know?
Some useful words are string, key, drumstick, sound, note, and rhythm. A string is the long, thin part on instruments like guitars and violins. A key is one of the parts you press on a piano. Rhythm is the pattern of sound and beat in music.
Those are great music words.
Yes. A useful sentence is, the guitar has 6 strings.
That is a very strong, simple sentence.
Yes. Another one is, I pressed the wrong key on the piano.
That sounds very natural.
Yes. Another useful phrase is, good rhythm is important for music.
That is a helpful sentence.
Yes. Another one is, I like the soft sound of the flute.
Quick check, David. Rhythm is the pattern of sound and beat in music, right?
Yes, exactly. That is correct.
David, can we do a simple practice conversation about playing instruments?
Yes, let's do one.
Okay.
Do you play any instruments?
Yes, I play the piano a little.
How long have you played?
I started last year, and I still practice every week.
That is a very natural conversation.
Yes, it sounds very real.
Let's do one more.
Okay.
What instrument do you want to learn?
I want to learn the guitar.
Why the guitar?
Because I like the sound, and I want to play simple songs.
Excellent. Very simple and very useful.
David, what are the most important things to remember from today?
First, learn useful instrument words like guitar, piano, violin, drums, flute, song, lesson, string, key, and rhythm. Second, learn common questions and answers about playing instruments. Third, use simple real-life phrases about learning, practice, and feelings.
That is such a clear plan.
Yes, English for this topic does not need to be difficult. You only need some useful music words, some feeling words, and a few simple real-life phrases.
That is really helpful.
Yes, simple English is enough to talk about playing instruments in a clear and natural way.
David, let's do a quick review quiz before the big summary.
Good idea. What is an instrument?
An instrument is something people use to make music.
Yes. What does practice mean?
Practice means doing something again and again to get better.
Correct. What does confidence mean?
Confidence means believing in yourself and feeling more sure.
Perfect. What does rhythm mean?
Rhythm means the pattern of sound and beat in music.
Excellent. That was a very, very long and detailed conversation about playing instruments. Now let's have a quick review of today's lesson.
Today, we talked about simple and useful English for talking about playing instruments. We learned important music words like guitar, piano, violin, drums, flute, song, lesson, practice, string, key, and rhythm. These are very useful words for real conversations about music.
We also learned useful questions like, do you play any instruments? What instrument do you play? How long have you played? Is it hard to learn? And which instrument do you want to learn? These are simple, natural, and very practical.
We practiced helpful answers too, like I play the piano a little, I want to learn guitar, I practice every week, and it is hard at first, but it gets easier. These answers are short, clear, and easy to remember.
We also talked about feelings like happy, proud, relaxed, nervous, excited, and frustrated. That helps learners talk not only about the instrument, but also about the emotional side of music and learning.
The big idea is this: English for this topic does not need to be complicated. You only need some useful music words, some feeling words, and a few simple real-life phrases. That is enough to talk about playing instruments in clear and natural English.
Your final homework for this lesson: comment 1 to 2 sentences about instruments or music. Here are 2 simple example answers.
Example 1. I want to learn the piano because I love its soft and beautiful sound. Example 2. I do not play any instruments yet, but I want to start learning guitar one day.
Thank you everyone for watching and listening all the way to the end.
If you enjoy our podcast and would like to support us, you can find the donation link in the description.
Every bit of support helps us keep creating free English lessons.
Keep practicing, and we'll see you later in the next episode.